Okay, hello everyone. Today we are here in Oregon at 4S9 Mulino State. I did a flight here a few videos ago and I got a great comment from a real-life pilot out of Mulino State. He said when they do check rides, they like to see if their pilot can navigate to a nearby untowered airport, S48 Country Squire, just using a sectional map. And he encouraged me to try it for a challenge, so I am up for that challenge and we are going to try that today. I will walk you through my thought process before we take off for how I'm going to approach that. But before we do that, let's take a look at these two awesome airports. Okay, when I pull out my sectional, the first thing I ask is, can I use the VORs? Battleground and Newburgh VOR are both within range, and S48 lies along the 069 and 129 radial from those two VORs. All I'd need to do is fly north, intercept the 069 radial from Newburgh, and follow it until I intercepted the 129 radial from Battleground. My C-152 has 2 nav radios and 2 CDIs. I'd dial in both of those courses into the OBS and watch for the needles to center. When both of them were centered, I would be directly over the airport. My C-152 also has a DME, which, if I connect to Newburgh, will tell me the distance from Newburgh. At 30 miles from Newburgh, I will be directly over the airport if I fly the 069 radial. I'm guessing the answer to my question will be no, however, because the spirit of the challenge is probably to do this with visual references only. So I will toggle off both nav radios and the DME for the flight and find a different way to navigate there. Taking a navigational plotter, if I connect the two airports, I can measure the distance in miles between them and also get the heading, then use dead reckoning, calculate my airspeed over the distance to get a time, and fly that heading and time myself to determine when I get over the airport. When I tried this in the sim, however, this was my first failure. Small errors and course corrections along the way quickly took me off course and had me flying in circles looking for the airport, which, when I reviewed the map trace later, I was nowhere near. So instead, I looked for visual references on the VFR sectional. Oregon City is a VFR reporting point just north of Mulino State. Power lines are marked on the map, which I've marked in purple here, and extend to the east, going directly past Country Squire. I'll know I'm 4 miles from Country Squire when I cross the Clackamas River, which is also marked on the map here, which I've highlighted in blue. There are also 2 highways, one just past the river, and a second one past the airport. If I reach the second one, I know I've gone too far and will double back. So that's the plan. On departure, I'll fly heading 340 until I reach Oregon City, then follow the power lines until I cross the river. Once I cross the river, there's a bit of a hump in the power lines, and when I jog back to the south, I should be able to see the field from where I'm at. Alright, well that was a lot of fun. That is my favorite type of flying. And I learned a lot from it, so I'm glad I did that challenge. I admit I failed it the first time. I could not find the airport. Dead reckoning alone without visual references wasn't accurate enough, and I had to go back and change my tactic. But once I did, it worked well. It was a tough approach. That airport is hard to spot, and you've got some trees in the way there, so it wasn't the best landing, as you saw, but I did not crash, so I guess that's good. But as always, thanks again for watching. I hope you love these VFR general aviation flights as much as I do. And if you do, stay tuned for further flight adventures.